It's the end of the month, time for a wrap up. Hi everybody, my name is Melissa. I go by Stitching Liz here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. It would mean so much to me if you would follow me in both places and leave a comment, subscribe, and like this video. I'm so happy to be back with you. Welcome if you're new and welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for joining me. So we're going to go over today some things I got, some fully finished objects, a finished object, some whips, and some plans. So let's get started. So back in March, there was a charity fundraiser for the dyer from Cottage Garden Threads, Pam. She was having some heart issues and it was kind of an urgent, immediate need that they needed to raise some money to help with her medical expenses. So they decided to reach out to a variety of designers and start a charity box that you could buy called Hearts for Pam. And it came with charts, specially dyed Cottage Garden threads, and just a few other little goodies. And that was back in March that we ordered the kit. And it just arrived last week. So I was super excited. It came all the way from Australia. I was so excited to get something from Australia. And it was for a really good cause. So happy that Pam is doing better and she's back dyeing the threads and she's back at work and she's doing well. So I'm so glad to hear that. So what came in the box was a couple of things, extra goodies, a needle minder, and that is HFP Hearts for Pam 2023. So that's really sweet. And it came with a thread keep, thread organizer. Another nice one. It reminds me of folk art, like a folk art heart to put your thread in. And I love that it's numbered in the holes so that you could put on your chart what number your thread matches. So that's really cool. So I thought this was a really nice addition. And then there were a bunch of specially dyed Cottage Garden threads. And I'm going to show you what we got. We got this one, Hugs and Kisses. Nice variegated red. We got this one, Page Turner. So kind of a beige tan color. This one, La Bouton. I have no idea if I said that right. I just tried to sound French. This is like a pink and maroon color. This one's called Bottle Brush. And that's a bright red, almost orangey red. Canard, not sure how to pronounce that one, but this is like a gray green. This one's called Sleepy Cat. And that's beautiful. That's like a ginger cat. This one's called, excuse me, Conservatory. Just a nice variegated green. This one's called Lima. Kind of a navy and royal blue variegated. This one's called Marigold. Beautiful yellows and golds. And the last one is called Hearth. And this is like a gray black color. And all of these threads can be used with the charts that came with the kit. And there were a lot of charts that came with the kit. Now, like less than half of them, but a good chunk of them are embroidery. So these are all embroidery. And then these are all cross stitch. I'm just gonna show you a few just so you get an idea. So the theme was Hearts for Pam. So most of these have something to do with a heart. So there was this one by Lindy Stitches, the Queen of Hearts. This one is by Darling and Whimsy Designs. It's a quirky Quaker, what did she call it? Stitch for a Friend with My Heart and My Hand. So I like that one. This one's by Bendy Stitchy. This is a tarot card, Ace of Hearts. Is it Ace of Hearts? Ace of Swords, I'm sorry, with the heart in the middle and the sword through it. Fox and Rabbit got involved and did a design. Bathtub of Blooms. And look at the flower tops are hearts. So cute. And the Blue Flower got involved. And look at that, one of her amazing animal designs with the heart vine. This one is Seasons of the Heart, Hearts for Pam. And then there's still several more. So there were a lot of designs in here. I don't think I'll stitch all of them, but there are definitely a few that I really like. I kind of felt really strongly that I wanted to participate because of the charity aspect, the fundraising aspect of it. And I love Cottage Garden Threads, and I thought it was a really good cause, and feel really excited about that. So really happy to have gotten that. So that is my haul. And now we're gonna go to fully finished objects. So I have one non-cross stitch fully finished object, and I decided to do for my coworkers for Christmas crocheted coasters that I'm going to put in an organza bag with some coffee pods, some tea, and some cookies. We made mugs at work, so everybody has their own mug already. So I thought they could have a coaster for their mug and the things to go in their mug. And so this is what the coaster looks like. It's made out of cotton yarn in kind of a light brown. I figured this would be good for boys and girls, men and women. And I had to make 25. They were really quick and I really enjoyed making them. I had a lot of fun with this project. So I'm looking forward to gifting them this Christmas to my coworkers and hope they like them. So I did that. But now on to cross stitch finishes, fully finishes. So I did a Halloween fully finished object in my Stitchy scrapbook. So if you haven't seen this before, this is for small to medium projects, and it's a scrapbook to finish them in. The scrapbook pages are all black, and this is the one that I finished for Halloween. So it's the Quirky Quaker Bat by Darling and Whimsy Designs. And I put these two wooden tombstones. These objects here, they were on toothpicks. They were meant to be like for cupcakes, but I took the toothpicks out and I stuck them on. I used this big ribbon across the bottom, and I got these gemstones. I got all of these, this ephemera from Michael's on sale. I think it was all 60% off. It was super cheap. Everything was like, I think I spent $10 on everything. And I have a lot of leftovers for next time. So really happy with this. So that's my Stitchy scrapbook. And I also, after putting away my Halloween fully finished object, I decided I wanted to put out a new autumn fully finished object. If you saw my fall stitching vlog, which I'll link below, I had made a fully finished canvas of one of my autumn finishes that I'd done previously. And so I decided to fully finish this one, Autumn Glory. This is by Pedal Pusher in this frame. Now, this is the first time I've really framed anything before, like in a real frame. So it's not perfect, don't look too closely. But I felt like this color really picked up on this color of the trees, and it matched really well and felt really autumny. I like that it's a little distressed. And I put this on my easel that I got from Five Below, and it just sits on the easel. It does have a regular photo frame in the back, but I just decided to do it this way. And I've had this frame, I got it many years ago, I think from Michael's, and I've been hanging on to it for years. So this was a good solution for both the project and the frame. And then my last fully finished object, many of you saw my video that I did stitching like a floss tuber, and I stitched like Brenda and Laura, the Brenda and the Cereal Starter. And I thank you so much for watching. So during that video, I did a project on 40 count linen for the very first time. I did a motif from Floral Motif Sampler by Scarlet House, and I decided to turn it into a teacup pincushion. So here's the teacup, and this is what my pincushion came out as. It is my first time doing a teacup pincushion like this, or any kind of real pincushion. So it's not perfect, but the trim hides a whole host of problems. So the trim was really helpful. And I'm really pleased with it. For my first attempt at doing a teacup pincushion, I was really happy with it. And the 40 count motif fits perfectly in this teacup. So that's my other fully finished object. All right, so on to finishes. I have one finished object that I was working on as a whip the last time you saw it. And that is my fall project that I started, Bathing in the Asters by Lindy Stitches. That's what it looks like. And here is my fully finished one. So you can see I did mine on brown or tan fabric. If you saw my video, my fall stitching vlog, you saw me kit this up. I wound up changing the pumpkin to 712, DMC 712, which I had originally scheduled to be DMC 3865, but I just wanted there to be more of a difference between the pumpkin and the white in the cat, and I just thought the 712 looked better. So I went with that. This was really fun to stitch. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to try and get, this is a seasonal series, so this is the autumn one. I'm going to try and get the winter one next and work on that in the winter. I'm really excited about this series. They all have cats. It's Cats in the Garden. And so there's winter, spring, summer, and this one's the fall one. So that's my finished object. And now we're on to whips. So my first whip that I want to show you is my temperature record that I've been working on all year and really enjoying. This is by Zara Design Studio on Etsy, Hearts Temperature Records. So it's a bunch of little hearts making up a big heart. And I think I've told you before that the way that this is built is that you start on the outer edge and you work your way around and into the inside. So right now my middle is open. It doesn't go across. So let me show you where I'm at. I'm all caught up. I work on it on Sunday mornings, and today is a Sunday, and I did work on this week's this morning. So this is what this looks like now. You can see that middle is shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. And we're starting, you know, you can kind of see we had a mild winter, so there's some blues and greens and teals on the outer edge. And then we get into the yellows and oranges and reds of the hotter months. And now we're into here, and you can see we're starting to get more green and teal again. So the weather is starting to cool down for the fall finally. Really enjoying this cooler weather and bringing back some of these pretty greens and teals. The coldest temperature in my chart is purple, in the purples, and I never got to use it in the winter. We never got that cold. So I'm hoping in December, maybe we might get to use a purple. I don't know, we'll have to see. So that is my temperature record. And if you saw my last video, I'll also link it below. It was a Halloween start-a-thon. So I started 3 Halloween projects that are full spooky oriented, and I worked on those for about an hour each. One of the ones I did was this one, A Little Boo by Lizzie Kate. And I did 2 frames for the letters. And the next one was Memento Mori by Fairy Wool in the Wood. And I worked on the skull on this one and got the white of the skull done. And the last one I worked on in the start-a-thon was Gathering Pumpkins by Annie B's Folk Art. And I worked on the flower vase pot thing over here. And this is where I got with that one. So those are my current whips, those 3 Halloween projects. So for plans, I would like to continue working on those Halloween projects, maybe up until Thanksgiving. So I might start with the Lizzie Kate because it's the most explicitly Halloween, to try and finish that one first. It's also the smallest, so I feel like I can get it done quicker. And when I was stitching it, it was stitching pretty quickly, so it felt really good. And so I'm thinking I might work on that one. But in other plans, I have fallen in love for some reason with a freebie kit that came with my latest issue of the World of Cross Stitching magazine, or the World of Cross Stitch magazine. I got a gift subscription to that magazine from my sister for Christmas last year, and they always come with some kind of freebie. And the freebie in this one was this. It's a red panda in a floral wreath, sleeping. And it comes with the fabric. It's just a 14 count Aida. It comes with the threads. It comes with this card. So if you want to finish it on a card, you can finish it on this card. Everything you need is in this little kit. The chart is also in the magazine, so I saved the page of the chart as well. And I find this so charming. I would love to start working on this just for some extra fun and enjoyment. I don't know, with projects like this that have a back stitching line around the whole edge, and some shading of the different colors, I never know how long it's gonna take me. This looks quick, but it's kind of a little intricate in a way. So it might take me a little while, but I might start this because I just love it so much. It's so sweet. And it reminds me of my cat, even though it's a red panda. My cat isn't even orange. My cat's white and black. So I don't know why it reminds me of my cat, but when my cat curls up like that, it reminds me of him. So this is also potentially part of my plans. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was so good to see you all. Thanks for looking at all of my goodies, and I will see you again next time. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.